Carlos Adames is all smiles entering Saturday, June 15th's match against Terrell Gausha. He is now the WBC Middleweight champion, and the title is on the line for his first defense. No longer an eliminator, but a champion. Let's talk about what this means for the winner going forward. In another championship bout on the undercard of Davis versus Martin will be Carlos Adames, WBC Middleweight champion, taking on Terrell Gausha. This is a fight that definitely can end up being action-packed, for if no other reason that these two men, they bring a competitiveness that is going to carry one or the other to the next level. Now, both men in their 30s, with Adames being the more younger guy, listed at 30 years of age, but Gausha is listed at 36. He is a fighter who boxes out of orthodox position. He's 5'10" with a 73 and a half inch reach. But Adames, who's 5'11", with a 73-inch reach, is bringing similar faculties but a different style. Now, Adames' record is 23-1, and he is a fierce, intense, forward-facing fighter. He likes to throw power punches, but he boxes while he does it, but he throws everything hard. Gausha, who's 24-3 with one draw, he's more of your typical stylized boxer, but he has been known to often keep his punches in reserve, particularly when he's facing a power puncher. And in this fight, he can expect Adames, who has been recently awarded the WBC title due to the stripping of Jamal Charlo. Adames is going to come for him. He's known to switch from orthodox to southpaw back and forth depending on an angle of which he's trying to set up his offense. Against his fight with Sergey Derevyanchenko back in December of 2021, it was a close fight, but Adames pulled out the victory, and since then he's taken on the likes of Juan Macias Montiel and Julian J. Rock Williams. He stopped Williams, but I'm going to say this: Adames can be outboxed. Sometimes he will not necessarily do all of the things he needs to do, and I think it has something to do with stamina, maybe not pressing himself to train to be conditioned to go deep into fights because he's expecting stoppages. Gausha, on the other hand, can box. In his fight against Tim Tszyu, he disappointed many after dropping Tszyu very early in the fight and went on to not really engage very much thereafter. Many were thinking wow, he should go in there and really try to take Tszyu out. He caught Tszyu stepping in with a perfectly timed 1-2 counter right hand that sent Tszyu down for the first time in his career. I was very disappointed in Gausha's performance after that fight and really had professed that I don't want to see him again if he's going to fight like that. I don't know what was going on. It could have been something psychological. It could have been something even that where he hurt himself. I'm not looking for excuses. The only thing that I look forward to is an explanation as to why a fighter doesn't let his hands go. This bout on the undercard is part of MGM Grand's 100 knockout nights at their arena. And with all of the fights that we're seeing Russell against Puello, we're seeing Benavidez against Vasquez, and also this fight with Adames and Gausha is part of a card that is featuring great fights in an arena that has a very extended history of quality boxing matches. Though some of these fights could have been headliners in their own rights, all of this under Tank and Frank Martin is going to give boxing aficionados exactly what they're looking for as far as action. As far as these two men facing each other, Gausha being 36, he's going to have to decide, does he really want to be a world champion? I believe this is a winnable fight for him, but it's all really up to him. We cannot measure the desire of a man. He can only put it on display for us to witness. His boxing ability has shown him to be a man of experience. He's had a good amateur career. We know that he can do things in there positively, but will he be motivated? That's the thing. Motivation goes a long way. Your desire to change your life, change your circumstances of how you exist in this reality, all of that can be contingent upon making a successful outing here. As far as Adames, who always had felt that he was a champion in the waiting because Charlo hadn't taken him on, even though he was an interim champ, a #1 contender, and just couldn't get anybody to look his way, he's finally in that position. Now, is he focused enough to remain astute to be able to defend a championship fight? When you're chasing titles, it's always either a straightforward type of direction that you head, and sometimes even downhill. When you're defending that position, it could be an uphill because everybody gets up for the world champion. And I see Adames pulling this out because Gausha may fade, but I still find it an interesting fight. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about this matchup and the card overall. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.